And we're live. It's another Friday night. You pretty much just see me on the screen for right now. James is refilling his soda because he went to Popeyes earlier, and JJ is answering
responding to a text message.
Responding to a text message. JJ, where's the food at tonight, man?
It's on the way. Long story short, the train got delayed, and I didn't get home until like 6:40, which is not normal. So I normally didn't get a chance to order. I'm actually literally ordering like at 6:55. But okay. It's on the way. I'm just getting me I'm just gonna have me I think I'm getting me a burger.
Okay.
A burger.
Indeed.
A burger. I'm trying to decide where I'm gonna get it because I don't know if I want my second thing to be some fries or get some mozzarella sticks on the side.
Hey, you know, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He's back, straight out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at 6'2" tall, right about 210, 220, cock swole, the one and only, the hostess with the mostest, JT.
Love the energy on that intro. What's up, everybody at home watching Bacon Grizzler? What's good, boys?
What's good,
what's good? We are in the NFC AFC Championship week. So we are ready to see, finally, who is going. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it started with the sports moron of the week. Jay, who you got?
Sports moron of the week. Who do I have? I thought I saw something that I was agreed with earlier. You know what? Hey, come back to me, JJ. Who you got, man?
So I don't have a call out for sports, but I do have a call out in the music industry, and I don't really have to say too much because J. Cole kind of responded and did it for me. But I do need Fat Joe to understand that the type of response that you wanted from someone like J. Cole is often type of response that could lead to people getting into injuries or maybe possibly getting worse, which is the era you grew up in the 90s rap game. So yes, what he realized with J. Cole is somebody that realized his piece is most important. Why? Because you learn in life, what you surround your heart with, your life lives out. So if you get into the trenches of something like this, defending your pride, defending your ego, you may put yourself in a situation by going low on somebody or who will not be, and you now surround yourself with something that you want to be a part of. It takes a really strong person to walk away even when people are going to clown him because he doesn't defend his ego. When J. Cole walked away from that base, he basically told everybody he has no ego anymore and he has no pride in this game anymore. He chooses to have pride in other things, which is protecting his peace, not engaging in a rap battle. Which, at the end of the day, I do hope this is the start of something because rap battles like this become toxic, things like that. And it's in an industry and a part of the industry that's filled with just negativity and the devil's embrace. My brother, your response and him saying that he's not this and this, that's something of a mentality of someone who is still thinking in their teens and their 20s. When you do grow older and get to your 30s, 40s, 50s and get to that more of a mature level, you would look at that response and be like, no.
And you know what? So go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish up.
No, my bad. I was going to say that's my call out.
No, actually, you reminded me of something, so I guess this would be my non-sports moron. And I'm just touching up once again on those, speaking of J. Cole, who said that, because he didn't partake in the rap beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, he lost so much respect, he lost respect to the rap game. You punk motherfuckers got T-minus 16 days. The fall-off drops on February the 6th. And we're going to see just how much respect J. Cole has lost. This is a highly anticipated album.
I actually don't think he lost respect by doing that. I think he actually gained respect.
Yeah, if anything, he gained respect.
When you get older and more mature, you start to realize that, getting involved in all these beefs and stuff is just not worth your time. So
It,
I actually respect him more that he didn't get involved in it.
you would just want to ask Fat Joe this question. Do you not realize Tupac and Biggie ended up hating each other and dying because of a beef that really was never even something that should have even started? It was all because of a beef. And then somebody had to respond. Somebody had to jump out there. Next thing you know, beefs get out there. Look at Young Boy and Little Durk and all them, the NLE Choppa and all the, look at all that stuff that happens when there's about beef out here. Like, why would somebody want to put themselves in the potential to be in harm's way over what somebody said and they don't have any bearing on your life? Fat Joe, you got to aspire to more, man. You got to aspire to so much more.
Yeah, I mean, and you mentioned Lil Durk, you know, because remember, his buddy King Von, you know, got killed, and everybody was like, oh, you gonna slide for Von? You gonna slide for Von or what? And I was like, man, he don't need to do nothing. That man got a family, a budding career. He run a rap app, he don't need to do nothing. And now he's looking at life in prison, and those same people would be like, well, man, why you do that? It's like,
Because he split on for him. Yeah.
yeah. You know what I mean? So, there was one thing that I did want to bring up, and I thought this was not really sports moron. I just like the banter between the two. It was between head coach Sean Payton and of the Broncos and Patriots wide receiver Kayshon Boutte. So Sean Payton was telling his fans, you know, we really need the energy. You know, we need you to be loud this Sunday because you'll get your rest for 2 weeks. And, you know, meaning like in between the that time in the Super Bowl. Kayshon Boutte came back with, hey, they can get all the rest they can in Cancun.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, man. Not really a sports moron or anything like that, but I thought it was harmless back and forth banter that, you know, keeps sports exciting. So there we go. JT, do you have anybody?
I got a sports moron. And he's from your favorite team,
Okay.
CJ Stroud. And his post-game comments, or whenever it was, that he said the reason why he was having turnovers was because he wasn't used to having a great defense. And he said, well, I didn't have to be Superman like I was in the past. So that's the reason. So your defense being better and getting more stops and giving you the ball more caused you to give the ball away. What kind of sense does that even make? And it was just a really dumb thing for him to say. I don't think he's a dumb guy. I think he's pretty bright guy, but nah, that was just idiotic.
You know, he was better off with just his take after the doing a press conference when he flat out said, I know I didn't play very well this year. I have to get better. I own up to what happened in the divisional round and everything that's it. Like that, you figure after the day you had, that is like the least you could do, right? You know, or even just the best you could do, just for that day. You know, but you know, and to really make matters, like to put it more into perspective. And you all have heard me talk about the Texans line for the last 2 years. Guess what? You hardly heard me talk about it this year. CJ's line was actually better this year. There were only, between him and Mills, they only got sacked 31 times this year, which I believe is 16 or 20 less. No, yeah, 16 or 20 less than last year or even just last year. So Mills had time to pull, CJ had time to pull. So there was no excuse, you know, but yeah, like I said, he was better off just owning up and saying, hey, man, I played a bad game. I didn't play my best. Hell, I know this year I didn't necessarily play my best, you know, but, hey, I'm going to come back strong next year.
So now that's what I wonder if that's just a product of something more, because that used to be what you would hear from any young quarterback in the game for a while. But at the same time, you still do, because, you know, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson say what they say. And, you know, but CJ, he'll learn. He'll learn, my friend.
You know what?
You don't have to give energy to everything. You could have just been like, yo, I messed up. I'm going to try to do better next year. And that's it.
You know what? But I have actually come across, and this hasn't gotten mentioned on this show, I don't think. I'm going to bring up your guy for a second there, JJ. Because, and don't get me wrong, as a disclaimer, freaking love Josh Allen. I think he's a great player on the field and a great person off the field, okay? but he is the most protected quarterback in the NFL, not named Mahomes. Because for the ills that Josh Allen does on the field, they find excuses for him. If Lamar has those same ills, they hang the brother.
The NFL, you're right. The NFL right now, I know, is so upset that Josh is not going to have a chance for Super Bowl right now.
Right.
They are so upset. And because he had that game, I do see a lot of like, okay, yeah, I get it now. You ain't going to let that quarterback get it. You tighten that armor up. You tighten that armor up for that boy. And at the end of the day, we always talk about it. It was kind of like a 7-8 stretch of calling out hypocrisies in the NFL. That's how they are. That's just, at the end of the day, you're right. They are going to, because when you like somebody as a quarterback and believe in them, you'll give every reason in the book for them. When you don't like somebody, you can throw every reason at them.
Right. Shoot, they did the same thing with James. They did the same thing with Jalen Hurts. They forgot that he had that bad game against the Giants, right? When they lost to the Giants. And they forgot the dude just wanted
Jalen Hurts just had the worst play calling in NFL history, but it was all his fault that we lost.
Yeah, but think about how much sense that makes, or doesn't make, rather. Because it's like, this whole season is Jalen Hurts' fault. But then on the other end, the same people are saying, we need to get rid of the offensive coordinator.
There's actually been people...
Is it Jalen Hurts or is it the coordinator?
There's actually been people from the media saying that offensive coordinator candidates are trying to reject the Eagles' coaching job because they don't want to coach Jalen Hurts.
Because they don't want to coach Jalen Hurts. What the hell is so bad about Jalen Hurts that they don't want to coach him?
People just say whatever the hell they want, bro. So at this point, anytime I see something online written about Hurts, I just kind of expect it. And that's it.
It's selective outrage, man. People just don't hold quarterbacks across the board. They don't hold them across for nothing, man. Again, love Josh Allen, but man, he's the most protected quarterback not named Patrick Mahomes. Only Mahomes gets more protection than him. But whatever. But that's all I got. I guess we can go to Gauntlet Grinders.
Let's do it.
All right. Gauntlet Grinders of the divisional round. What you got, JT?
I'm going to go with in the NFC, Shaheed had the kickoff return or the punt return on the first play. Mm-hmm. That's how you start off a playoff game right there. So I'll give him that one. And in the AFC, I will give it to Kayshon Boutte. That one-handed catch that he had was insane for the touchdown. Yeah, I'll go with Boutte and Shaheed.
Yeah, I mean, that thing, and he made it over an All-Pro too. The throw, obviously because he had to make a one-hand grab, right? So the throw was slightly overthrown, and Stingley had about the best defense he can put on Kayshon Boutte. But he just made a hell of a grab to essentially put the game away. But yeah, no doubt about it. JJ, who you got for Gauntlet Grinder?
I'm going to give it to, gosh, I'm having a blank right now. I'm not even going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie, I haven't really looked at the games this week. I want to hear y'all grind this.
I already gave it.
I know, I heard yours. I want to hear Jay's.
Okay. All right, so in the AFC, in a losing effort, I'm actually going to give it to tight end Dalton Kincaid. He had 6 grabs for 83 yards and a touchdown, helped keep Buffalo in it, especially down the stretch. And he would have had the game-winning walk-in touchdown had Josh Allen not stalled him in overtime. And then in the NFC, I'm going to give it to K9, Kenneth Walker III, 19 carries, 116 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also had 3 receptions for 29 yards. Rashid Shaheed set the tone in the game with that 95-yard kickoff return TD. And then after that, it was just it was K9. I mean, Darnold, and coming into the game, the story was Darnold's oblique injury. You know, and Dave DeRubeis, shout out to him. He gave us our perspectives on what an oblique injury like really is on the Sideline Sports Show. But Darnold really didn't have to do too much. The Hawks hung 41 points. They really didn't. Darnold didn't have to do too much. He threw for 124 yards. That's it. That's it. That's all he threw for. But that Niners defense just could not stop Kenneth Walker. They couldn't stop K9. So shout out to him. Those are my Gauntlet grinders. JJ, who you got, man?
I don't really have a grinder, but it was something you had said about the one of your grinders that had me think about somebody else. Kenneth Walker. I mean, think about him. Kenneth Walker. He's so much like his school. You know, his school is Michigan State. They're never always the best, but they're always good, and they always produce. And that is literally exactly what he is. He's never revered as the best, like Michigan State is amongst. But when he has his game, everybody then recognizes his worth, which is what happens with his school when they do well in basketball or football. It's so funny how he is a classic Michigan State type of guy.
You know what's so funny about you saying that, JJ? Guess who else that applies to? That went to Michigan State.
Oh, who?
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, because Kirk wasn't his team almost made the college. His team did really. I think his team did really well. His team did really well.
Mm-hmm.
Be right. Because Kirk will show up.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. When Kurt has a good game, Kurt will change his back. He's anointed as a great one. Now let Michigan State get a 10-win season or better next year. They're gonna talk about how the Spartans are back, and that's Dom's school, by the way.
Right. It's amazing he is not a Wolverine, but I guess he chose over there in
I know, right?
Lancaster.
All right. Well, I guess we can get on the Do You Know Ball. But we're going to take a commercial break real quick.
Yep.
Get bite. James wants to know who knows ball in this motherfucker. Be back in 10.
All right, everybody. Time to open up the questions for Do You Know Ball. The category is Conference Championship, NFC Championship game, AFC Championship game. First question. Which team lost 5 straight NFC Championship games from 2014 to 2018?
5 straight NFC Championship games?
Oh, I think that's the Packers.
Packers. Green Bay.
It is the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers.
Because didn't you? No, you guys made it. Y'all had 4, I think, straight or so.
The Eagles had
4?
Was it 4 and then the Super Bowl or 5 and then the Super Bowl?
No, they lost 4. I think they lost 3 and then they won the 4th. And then a couple of years, they lost to the Arizona Cardinals. That was the 5th one under Andy Reid.
Got it. Okay.
So, which head coach has the most NFC Championship appearances without a Super Bowl win?
Andy Reid.
That might be Andy Reid, ain't it?
It is Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. Which quarterback is the only quarterback to start and win an NFC Championship for 2 different teams?
Kurt Warner.
It is Kurt Warner.
It's Kurt Warner, yeah. It's Kurt.
I know my man Kurt Warner, though, baby.
I know the Cardinals and the Rams.
I know my man Kurt Warner, man, because I'm still mad they didn't get that Super Bowl.
Which team made the AFC Championship game appearance in their first ever playoff appearance?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
It is the Jaguars.
Jags, yes, it was. Because on the other side, Carolina made the NFC Championship game in their first playoff appearance.
Which quarterback has lost the most AFC Championship games?
has lost the most championship games?
AFC championship.
Huh.
I'm in between two quarterbacks right now.
I'm in between of course, Brady's rival. I'm in between him and because Peyton's been all the time.
I'm in between Peyton or Steve McNair.
Hold on, James. Don't do this. I know what you're thinking. Don't get the wheels rolling. Wait till second. Wait till time. It's only 20 minutes in. We got time. You ain't got us rushing. Hold up. Okay.
Man, I want to see
AFC, right?
AFC. I want to see this Peyton, man.
I'm gonna go Peyton. If I hear the other person's name, I'm gonna laugh.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna
stick.
You guys are giving up already?
All right, no, fine.
He's
shut up.
Nah, didn't you pick Peyton?
I did, but I'm thinking that.
See, now you got me thinking. Now I'm thinking it's Brady.
No.
You know what? That's my pick.
You know what? Actually, that's a good point. I'm gonna go with Tom Brady. That's a good point.
I'm gonna go with Tom Brady.
Okay, guys, that's your final answer to this question?
Yep.
The correct answer was Ben Roethlisberger.
What?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know why his name didn't even
for real?
come.
How many did he lose?
Like 5.
It's up there.
He lost his first year. He won the second year. I know he lost the year of the Colts a couple times. I mean, the Patriots one of those years. I think it was Patriots.
The Patriots beat him like I don't know how many times.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. What team won the NFC Championship despite being outgained by 100 yards? Over 100 yards.
Despite being outgained by over 100 yards?
They were outgained by over 100 yards, but they still won.
Seattle Seahawks.
An NFC Championship game?
NFC Championship.
I'm going to say the Chicago Bears.
Final answer. Mm-hmm. It was the Los Angeles Rams in 2018 against the New Orleans Saints, I believe it was.
Wow.
Oh.
The infamous pass interference non-call game.
That's a good one.
Okay. Who was the only quarterback that threw for 300-plus yards, rushed for 50-plus yards, and still lost the AFC Championship game?
The only quarterback?
Only quarterback.
300
rushed, 300-plus yards passing, 50-plus yards rushing, and they lost the game.
The only quarterback to do that? Okay. Hold on.
Yo, when McNair was with your Ravens, did he have a 300-yard game against the Colts?
We lost that game, and that was a divisional.
Oh, that was the divisional. You're sure right. Okay, then.
That was a divisional. 350. It's AFC, right? AFC, right?
AFC.
Okay, hold on. We got some time.
Hey, hold on. Bacon Grizz might be on to something. It might be Josh Allen.
I was going to say, I'm going to say Lamar.
You want to say Lamar?
Correct answer is Josh Allen.
It's Josh Allen.
Against the, I guess it has to be against the Chiefs.
It's the Chiefs, yeah.
One of those games.
On the history of the Chiefs.
All right, how many more you guys want to do?
Shoot, let's just keep it going. How many more you got?
Got a lot.
5,645 of them.
Yeah. I mean, we're good till about the 35 mark. We can keep going.
All right, who was the youngest quarterback to start a conference championship game?
Youngest quarterback? I think that's Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger?
I got Ben. Because Ben was a rookie.
What's the question?
I remember Ben was a rookie. I'm gonna say it was Big Ben.
What's the question?
Who's the youngest quarterback to start a conference championship game?
Oh, that's Big Ben.
Yeah, I got Big Ben there. That's our answer.
That's your answer?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just doing a quick age check. My answer was not what you guys had.
Oh.
I'm just looking up when. Okay. There's two answers. Big Ben is one of them, but there's also another guy.
Okay. Okay. All right.
They were both the same age, though. 22.
You said, and they're AFC or just quarterbacks in general?
AFC.
AFC.
Any conference. Any conference.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna say Flacco. Because Flacco made it his rookie year.
You sure right. It might be Flacco.
But Flacco was a 4-year senior, or did he 5?
It's not Jaden Daniels, no.
Because Flacco started, I remember, he made a rookie year. I'm just trying to figure out how old he was, because I know he had a year at Pitt, or 2 years at Pitt before he went to Delaware. And then
it's going to be somebody that you guys are going to be like, it's probably nobody anyone even knows. At this point.
Oh, no, so it's not, okay, so it's not Flacco. Okay.
It's not Flacco.
Okay, hold on, let me see. So I have to go back into the vault. Not Sid Luckman. Let me go back to like the 50s and 60s and something. Dan Marino? I don't know.
Hold on a second. Dan went to the bowl his second year. You might be on to something.
All right. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna say Big Ben or Dan Marino.
Correct answer is Sean King, Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Rams in 1999.
What? Sean King? That's crazy, man.
He was 22 years old.
Totally forgot about that, man.
I'm sure you did. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, last one. Which team won the AFC Championship without completing a pass in the second half?
The one who won the AFC Championship game without completing a pass in the second half?
Yep.
I want to say the Bills, but
I got.
Let's see. You said what AFC team has without hitting past in the second half? I'm going to say the Brady 07 Patriots. I don't know.
There's the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1974.
Whoa. Bradshaw didn't complete a ball?
I mean, Bradshaw was low-key kind of terrible.
He wasn't
But he's funny on TV.
terrible. He wasn't terrible.
Terrible Terry.
All
right, that's all we got.
Without Terry. Well, I guess, man, actually, that's a great session. That last one threw me, though, man, because I'm sitting here thinking, and I was like, because y'all was thinking.
I bet you guys weren't ready for the Sean King.
Totally wasn't. Totally was not. I knew Big Bill was one of them.
When we should be, because he always says he throws a wrench in us, and every time he does this, we should have been ready for it.
Yeah.
Sean King.
Sean King, man.
Does anybody even know this man exists?
And they almost won that game, too. That's what was so funny. Well, I guess we'll go we'll commercial break it, and then we're off to NFL Championship Sunday right after this. And let's roll. So looks like we got some. Oh, go ahead, JD.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I thought you were gonna introduce the topic. My bad.
Are we starting with AFC Championship or NFC?
Whichever one you want. I mean, we got ladies and gentlemen. You know, we got the matchups going on. AFC Championship, Pats Broncos, familiar territory of that one, and then we've got Rams Seahawks for the rubber match up there in the Emerald City. So I guess we can start with the AFC. I think that actually comes on first. So what's everyone's thoughts on the AFC Championship game? Who y'all got?
Okay. Whoever wants to go first.
You go ahead.
You know what? The easy answer would be the Patriots because Jarrett Stidham, right? In which Jarrett Stidham is going to become the second quarterback, only the second quarterback in NFL history after Roger Staubach in 1972 to make his first start of the season in the conference championship. So with that being said, I know the easy call would be like, oh, the Patriots, right? You know, but Denver still got that no-fly zone defense that I know gave up 30 to the Bills. But if they can follow the blueprint of what happened last week, because when you look at what the Texans did, they did get to Drake May. The defense obviously showed up. But with that being said, the question is can they get that running game going? The Patriots shut our running game down. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if R.J. Harvey is better than Woody Marks or if Woody Marks is better than R.J. Harvey. They're both rookies, you know. But man, and both of them have pretty scary defenses, man. So I actually am going to take. I mean, I'm all right with whoever wins the game. You know, not an outright terrible matchup. We've seen crazier things, especially in the playoffs. I'm going to take Denver in this one. I'm going to say Denver 20-17. JJ, who you got?
But you know what's funny is that it's amazing where we are in our world, because I'm like you. I'm not going to go because I know that the backup quarterback's in and then you have the starting quarterback here. There's great coaching and a great defense and other factors that can allow a game managing quarterback to win a game like this. Right. I mean, we've seen Super Bowls won by backup quarterbacks coming in out of nowhere for a team to help them win Super Bowl. And then I was even going to give credit to the team that the city I live in. We're back in Gibbs Day. So if you have the right coach, which I do believe Drake May is a great quarterback, but I think the defense is strong enough for Sean Payton and them to call a great game plan on the offensive end to allow Jared to manage to get into a victory. I see this being a really great defensive battle, a really good, hard-hitting, run the football, control time of possession, get that turnover type deal. And I'm going to give it to the Broncos in this one, 24-21.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, Stidham's a mobile quarterback himself, just like Bo Nick. He knows how to take off running whenever he needs to. So, I definitely see that. Sean Payton is going to have to put Jared Stidham in places in positions to succeed. That's how it's going to. Because you know what? It's already looking like if the Patriots stop the run, it's going to come down to Jared Stidham's arm. I don't think anyone on this panel trusts Jared Stidham's arm, just his arm, right? But Peyton could very well.
I don't think it's going to come down to that.
But go ahead, JT.
Oh, well, this is not what I expected from the panel. I thought somebody was going to pick the Patriots to win this game. I have to tell you guys, it's been a weird year all year long for the Denver Broncos. I've never have been really sold on them at any point. I was never expecting this to be the AFC representative of the Super Bowl. But I think they're going to win this game. I think Jared Stidham, it's just going to be a weird game. If he takes care of the ball, doesn't turn it over, I trust the Broncos' defense. This is what the defense did. If they can force Josh Allen 4 turnovers, they can do it to Drake May. Because Drake May doesn't have the experience and really the physical attributes that Josh Allen has. He's a great quarterback, but we know Josh is on another level than Drake May. I don't think that the Patriots are going to have enough to get it done. And you're dealing with the altitude, which is a very tough thing for teams to deal with. That is something that has given them an advantage in the past when they've hosted the AFC Championship against these same Patriots with Tom Brady. I think the Broncos squeak it out. It's going to be defensive battle, 19-17, Broncos in the AFC representative of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and you know what? People, they may say, "Oh, well, there's inexperience on Jared Stidham's part." Well, there's inexperience on Drake May's part. This
He's been in the league. Stidham doesn't really have starting experience, but he's been in the league for a long time, and Sean Payton trusts him. So
he's been in the league. Exactly. And you think about it, all the greats
he's down behind Tom Brady, for crying out loud.
Yeah. And all the greats that we've talked about on this panel, right? We talk about all these topics. We talk about Roethlisberger, Breeze, Brady, Manning, all of them. At some point in time, they had to win their first playoff game. You got to start somewhere. And for Jared Stidham, why not Sunday? Why not Sunday?
And even a bigger message to me, I think, is what exactly are we saying about the other 54 players on this squad? That all it takes is if one person is gone, that their chances are just done.
Sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds familiar. And we know what the Patriots have struggled against the backup quarterback in championship games in the past.
Yep.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. All right. And so, with that being said, you know what? I'm going to be honest, man. I had a hard time with this one. Because we got Rams, we got Seahawks. It's the rubber match for the NFC crown. Oh, man. This one right here is about to be fireworks. I can tell it. But I also can't help thinking that this very well may be his last hurrah, win or lose. If the Rams lose, this may be his final game. This may be his final game,
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Hey, I hope not. I hope it's not.
How Stafford is playing at this level right now, he can play for a couple more years.
Yeah, we've seen people leave the game a little earlier because they didn't have any major injuries. They didn't want to risk it, you know. And he's played, 16, 17 years. So, I mean, no, I think he still has more left in the tank. And I think he'll be MVP then. You know, but I don't know, man. But you know what? But especially if he wins MVP and does win the Super Bowl, he might want to go out on top. But who you got for the game, man?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. A few things I want to talk about in this game. First thing, Seattle. Charbonnet torn ACL out for the season. That is a big deal. He is a good running back.
Red zone guy.
likes to get on the ball and check down, catch the ball out of the backfield. So, more pressure, more carries on Kenneth Walker. Is he going to be able to carry the running back position that way? I'm not too sure. So, that's a really big concern for me in this game. Also, you remember the last time these two teams played, it was a crazy game. Seattle ended up winning against all odds. The 2-point conversion, which ironically enough was picked up by Charbonnet, I believe. He just randomly picked the ball up because they thought the play was over. It was a backwards pass. So it took all that to beat this Rams team. I don't see it happening again. I'm putting my trust. What we saw against the Chicago Bears, Matt Stafford, ball in his hands, game on the line, go win you that game. I trust Matt Stafford, and the Rams are going back to the Super Bowl.
All right, you got the Rams. You know what? I think I'm sold now because I really did coming into the show tonight. I didn't even have
Greatest show on turf.
You know, but you know, you reminded me of something when you brought up the Bears game last night. Because Matt Stafford did everything you said in the freezing Chicago cold. So obviously, weather was not a factor. However, it's going to be this weekend in Seattle, weather won't be a factor. Man's got ice in his veins. It is what it is. And I mean, if the Rams defense can shut down K9 and put it all on Darnold's arm, now Darnold wouldn't have bad the last time these two teams met. What? 124 yards passing last game. And Darnold got his first playoff win. That was cool. You know, I'm glad to see the brothers, they lead the team and turn Seattle into contenders. You know what I mean? But I think I'm going to trust a better quarterback in this one. I'm actually going to go against the grain because historically, I've always kind of taken a team with a better defense, you know? But you've heard me say it throughout the years on the Gauntlet. A fully healthy Stafford can still cut you in half. And I'm going to trust Stafford over Sam Darnold. It'll be close. I'm going to say 34-31 LA Rams.
So interesting to see the wide receiver that helped the quarterback get a Super Bowl now have to face off against each other with a rival that at that point that's just unheard of with Cooper Kupp, Sam Darnold, and Matthew Stafford with Puka, Devontae Adams. I actually think this is a very interesting game. All the boxes checked towards.
You forgot about Smith and Jigba.
Huh?
You also forgot about Smith and Jigba.
No, I didn't really forget about him. He's gonna get his. He's gonna get his. I was more so just doing that connection between those two. To be honest with you, I think this may be where it could rear its ugly head. Is that they're too focused on Jackson Smith-Njigba and don't give it to anybody else. Granted, when Jackson is called upon, he has been producing. But I think with this game, for them to succeed, they're going to have to use other guys. I don't know if they're 100% capable of doing that. But you know what? Nah, I'm going to go with the Rams. 31-27.
Wow.
You said
this has to be the first time. Hold on. Because I think if I'm correct, all three of us has the same Super Bowl matchup.
Yep.
I don't think I have ever seen that in the history of this show.
Yeah.
Ever.
All of us got Broncos, Rams. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll go in the group chat later on tonight and reach out to Dom and see who he has. But if he says Broncos, Rams, that'll be crazy.
Put all your money on the Patriots and Seahawks being in the Super Bowl. You heard it here first.
Right.
I think we're gonna be
Don't take any advice from us.
And then so our feature number 2. No, we had a special topic. The latest coaching hire. So, of course, you all know John Harbaugh got hired by the New York Giants. Robert Saleh is going to the Tennessee Titans. He's headed to the AFC South. And, what's his first name? But
you forgot about Stefanski to Atlanta Falcons.
That's right, Stefanski to Atlanta. I mean, this. I just named some examples on the header there, but I mean, so far, like, what you guys been thinking about the latest coaching hires and how you think they're gonna do? I'm curious.
Let's start. I actually want to start with the Ravens hire, and I want to hear JJ's opinion about that.
Yeah,
let's start with that one.
Well, I do appreciate you guys, and I'm honored that I have been given this platform to discuss this. He wasn't my selection, but I am always the person that's going to give somebody a chance. But what I do think this spoke to was where Steve Bisciotti mainly felt what needed to improve. Because I don't think it's just about this season. I think it's just the totality that has happened since Lamar has become our quarterback. You have the playoff, woes, and then you also have the blown leads of the defense. And what hiring Jesse Minter spoke to me is saying that Steve believed the defense was more of an issue and we need to go that route. But what I do also know that I kind of agree with is that what made Baltimore who Baltimore was when he became an owner was defense. What Baltimore had been known to be before Lamar was defense. The first couple of years, Lamar was defense. This defense hasn't been close to that. And I do know when you look at the city, you listen to people talk, you listen to people here in the organization, the pride of them is a strong defense. I think they look at, this lets me know that they believe that the offense is there, and whoever Jesse brings in, he believes in them. But I think he basically told the NBA players, the NFL players, and the world is that we need to get back to our defensive roots. We need to get back to being not only a team that can perform and have the best metrics, but they bring a physicality towards them. They bring that nastiness towards them. There might be some people on the way out, so I'm excited to see when he comes in. A lot of Chargers fans are telling me, like, he's going to get that team together. The one thing that I want to see from him that I have been saying for the last 10 years, and I firmly believe if he invests into this, then I do see us having the best chance of getting to a Super Bowl and winning. Get the defensive line together. I personally hope he goes to a 4-3 base, but I don't know if he's that kind of guy. But I've heard he's positive. He's big on tenacity. He's big on nastiness, and he's big on the trenches. You fix those trenches, I'm here for it. Like, I want it clipped, but I'm happy with Jesse because it's even though he's connected to Harbaugh, I'm not going to let that stop me because I personally kind of want no connection, but I'll give him a chance. I'm going to see what's him about. I'm excited. What are you guys' thoughts?
I mean, it's definitely going to be the beginning of a new era in Baltimore. I'll go real quick. I actually am curious to see what is going to be of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry and how they're going to be utilized under this new regime. This is just me. I just wasn't a fan of Todd Monken, and him going to the Giants. I mean, being handed Jackson Darden's catapult, we'll see how that goes. I mean, I do understand the hire, from before Todd Monken won 2 national championships and such, but no, I mean, I'm just curious to see what type of team that Baltimore is going to be. Is he going to find a way to lessen the load on Lamar Jackson? Even though Lamar has the ability to take the game into his hands. But of course, even though it's willing, just because you can, it's one of those things where just because you can don't mean you should. Put it all on Lamar. I'm just curious to see next year what type of load, how much of a load is Lamar going to have to carry. So, I mean, it's a new time in Baltimore, and all I ask of that fan base is just give them a chance. You know, the same way you have all these years. Reggie, what you got, man?
It's not the hire that they probably wanted to see, but if you're talking about the Ravens, it kind of really makes sense, I think. And also, you have to remember that he does have some history with the organization, with the staff for a couple of years, from 2017 until 2020. He was a defensive assistant / defensive back coach. So the organization knows a little bit about him. And I actually think when they looked at him, they kind of probably see a similarity to their former defensive coordinator that's now coaching Seattle, Mike McDonald. So I think there are probably some similarities there that stood out. And I think that's why they decided to go that route. So I actually think it's a good hire. Had some success with the Chargers. Had some success also with Michigan for one season. So I think what this now comes down to is how is he going to build his staff? Because with Lamar Jackson there, you want to bring in a guy that he really wants to work with. So whoever that is, they need to get offensive coordinator right. That is the most important thing of the name. But I think it's a pretty good hire, actually.
Okay. All right.
You don't have to have a sexy hire to be good.
We have the last time we were talking about this, we were all in our teens and our 20s. That's the unique thing about it is that this was exciting for me because I was a teenager.
And it was also another Super Bowl winning coach that was moving on. Just like this scenario.
And I hope, and I will tell you a little keynote about this as well that is added development is that Steve Bisciotti plans to sell the team within the next decade. His goal is he wants to retire at 75, but he would like to retire with 2 Super Bowls under him. From what I understand,
he probably wants more than 2.
Well, he might, but in the press conference, he did say he wants 2. He has one with the first one. I think he's basically also letting Lamar know because Steve's only got basically saying we got 10 years to do this. 10 years to do this before he sells the team. But he's telling Lamar
can win one in the next 10 years.
I think we can too. I do think we can. I think we can. I hope so. And just, you know what it is about today? It's just stomaching the years that you don't.
Yeah.
Because the world is so focused on living on a minute and moment to moment basis that it could be almost excruciating to let a normal process pay out.
Yeah. I'll just run through the rest of the hires that we have on here. Gauntlet to Tennessee, I really like it. I think that he's a culture setter, guy that's going to come in and set a good culture for the team that really needs it because Tennessee is kind of always been in disarray since Vrabel left. They've been shuffling coaches, shuffling GMs. So I think that's a good move there. Stefanski, I really think is intriguing to go with Atlanta with the pieces they have with Drake London and Bijan Robinson most notably. So I think that's actually a good hire. Can do some different things there. And the division, it's not really the greatest, if we're being honest. So it's very winnable for the Falcons going into next season. And then last but not least, Harbaugh to the New York Giants. We're going to see. I think that, everyone is looking at this and saying that it's going to be a great hire, but we're going to have to see Harbaugh take over an organization that really hasn't had that continued success. Baltimore was still a really good organization when he took over. So it's a very different scenario. So how is he going to be able to guide this team? That's my question. But I don't think that, he's going to instantly come in there and turn it around. So it's a little bit
interesting point, James.
it's a little bit of a different scenario, so that's why I'm not sitting here saying that he's going to come in and turn the Giants around just like that.
But you guys, it's a good point because he came into a team with 2 bona fide Hall of Famers and a certified All-Pro in Terrell Suggs with Ray Lewis and Reed.
It pretty much was Brian Billick's team he took over. But go ahead.
Right, and it's actually been documented. Harbaugh needed to make it. They had to have a sit down amongst the 3 of them between Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and it's been long understood if they didn't embrace him, it's not necessarily true that John Harbaugh would have able to last that long. So it is a different situation because he is coming to a team don't have any staples on their squad. They got good players. They don't have like that type. So that's a good point that James made because it is different.
They don't got no veterans, man. So he is
just
going
wanna
to
tell-
have to build this shit from the ground up. Now, I will say, I did like that he did an interview because he had a conversation with Jackson Dart, and he said when he got done, he was ready to run through the wall. He was already pumped up. I do like that he's inheriting some youngsters because, I mean, when they get back fresh next year, Jim Harbaugh, he's going to have Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbo, and Malik Neighbors. So we're going to see what's going on with that offense, especially with Wandale Robinson on the other side. The defense is where I got questions. Which I don't doubt that he can put a good defense up there because obviously the Ravens, right? You know, so yeah, I agree. It may not be immediate. It's already in the division with the Cowboys and the Eagles, so it's gonna be something.
I think that's where we all agree. Like if he finishes 8-9 or 8 or 7-10, we won't be surprised. Like you don't think he's gonna just because I think people, to your point, I think people are thinking, oh, instantly 11-5 next year or 12-5 next year. But I'm with you guys. I think they'll get there. Well, James is kind of undecided on that, but I think they can get there. But I'm with you. I don't think it's just because you see Jackson Dart, you see Neighbors, you see Cam Scatterbo, you think, oh, those 3, boom, Harbaugh, boom, success. I don't know.
But then you look on that squad and it's like, well, who's the OG? Who's the veteran? Who's the one last year?
I think everyone looks at Harbaugh and like the stability and everything. But if we're being honest here, like we have to hold some accountability to him. Ultimately, like since Lamar was there, they were not able to get over that hump. So some of that has to be on him. So is Harbaugh really the great coach that we all think he is? I don't know.
To your point, though, to your point, what's interesting about it, he's a good coach, but he had 2 different foundations, and unfortunately, he couldn't get it done. Because he's had Lamar's time and foundation, then he's had Flacco's foundation post Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. And unfortunately, we got close, but we just couldn't get there.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my thought.
Then, real quick, I talked about Harbaugh. Love the hire, Robert Saleh. I've always liked him. I'm never, and this is just my opinion, I might be on an island about this. I'm not going to hold anyone's feet to the fire for being under the Jets. They are a horrible organization. They got the longest playoff drought in the NFL and one of the longest in sports. That's just a horribly run organization. I'm not going to hold that against Robert Saleh. He came back, he put together, a more than decent defense in San Francisco. Hold on. Despite not having his best defender, Nick Bosa, and second best defender, Fred Warner. They were decimated with injuries too, and they still got as far as they did. But no, I always knew he would get back into head coaching again. I like him going to Tennessee. I think Tennessee already has a pretty stingy defense. I'm curious to see what he's going to do with that, and also what he's going to do with Cam Moore. But damn, they need some weapons. They need to get Cam Moore some receivers, man. In my opinion, that should be the first order of business. But I do love the hire. And then as far as I mentioned, Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski, I'm all right with him, cool with it. He's taking on Bijan Robinson. But you know what? His situation, no matter what coach got hired in Atlanta, the question's going to remain the same. You got Bijan, you got Drake London, everybody that James mentioned, right? what's going on with the quarterback situation. Is Penix going to be the guy? Are you going to turn back to Cousins? So any coach would have been stuck with that, right? Well, it's going to be on defense to answer that. You know, they have to solve that quarterback situation in Atlanta. Well, other than that, I like it. I mean, you're talking about a two-time coach of the year. He did turn the Browns around, you know, and the Falcons are only, you know, slightly less terrible than the Browns. So, no, I think he can do something. And again, like James said, you're not in a super tough division. You know, you can win a division in 8 games. So yeah, I like the hire. Yeah, and that's all I got. JJ, your thoughts on Robert Saleh of Tennessee?
I'm interested.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that Stefanski was with Kirk Cousins in Minnesota.
Okay.
As the offensive coordinator.
You know what? I think he was his OC. So they reunited. Okay, man. JJ, go ahead, man.
That's interesting.
You know, I'm curious because you guys made some points about the Jets. Because I'm not gonna lie, that was a really bad situation. But you know, hopefully he gets that chance to do better. It's gonna be. I'm happy for Cam Ward because I want him to have some stability, and at least you're gonna have a guy. But let me help me understand. Was he Kyle Shanahan's OC or DC?
Oh, Saleh? DC.
Yeah. Right, okay, because I heard somebody at one point say he was the offensive coordinator. I was like, wait a minute, I thought he was a DC.
No.
But the number one thing you could do to help a young quarterback get better is give him a good defense. And that's what Sunday is going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a young quarterback's best friend. It's a running game and a solid defense. So,
hello.
Yeah, indeed. Well, all right. Well, I guess we can go ahead and move on. And you know what, JJ? This topic's for you, brother. And I'm going to let you kick it off, okay? You ready for this shit?
Uh-huh.
Okay, our non-sports topic. What regional food around the United States or around the world looks enticing enough for you to try?
The guy, it's a pork steak, make him shake, whatever you want to call it. That crawfish that he has down in the South with all the different juices and all the different, like, corn on the cob and, like, the corn. I don't know if I'm saying it right. The Louisiana Bayou food is something that's always been interesting. But this is a nice topic to talk about. What is a food that makes you love to try or you're interested in trying? Because I don't know about y'all, but us on here, I didn't do it tonight. We love food. We eat food. We all about food. We're going to be into food. Now, me, I like food that I know is bad for me, that I know I shouldn't be eating, but I'm going to try it. I do want to go back. I want to go, I think it's in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to try that pizza that if you complete it, you win $500.
Yes.
Like that whole thing.
Yeah, you got to eat the entire thing.
But to answer the question, that's a good point. So you guys, fellas, what part of the region of our country or the world has food that looks really enticing that you want to try?
Man, I've seen, well, as far as regional in the United States, and I've had many conversations with James about this, I'm going to check it off my bucket list of having an official cheesesteak from Philly. I've had them from different restaurants. I've made them myself, here at home. But at some point, I got to have the real thing. Being a barbecue guy myself, I do want to go to the other different regions and try out their barbecue because it is different. So Kansas City barbecue in the Carolinas, of course in Tennessee, Memphis, and Nashville as well. Also, going to Nashville and getting some official Nashville hot chicken. I hear people are out there signing their lives away. They're having to sign actual release forms before they try out. I think it's called Dave's Hot Chicken down there in Nashville. I don't know if I'm not gonna be that extreme, but at least I can say I ate at Dave's Hot Chicken. Okay. And then also, since I am the wing connoisseur, I do want to eat lemon pepper wings from the birthplace of lemon pepper wings, Miami, Florida. And then as far as around the world, African food definitely looks enticing. I've had Middle Eastern, I've had European. Definitely want to go to East Asia and try out more of their cuisine as well. But yeah, that's all I got for right now, at least off the top of my head. James, what you got, buddy?
There's a few options. First, in Massachusetts / Maine, I want to try the lobster roll. I've seen it. I got family that lives in Massachusetts. Shout out to all of them. Man,
I've had
that lobster on that roll.
Yeah,
it looks good.
Me and John and JB had it at Tasting the NFL in Vegas. Go ahead.
Is it good?
Yes, it is amazing. You put caviar on it too. Caviar on it.
I need one of those, bro.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
And then around the world, I would like to eat some real ramen from Japan. That would look, because it's different than the American ramen from the store, man. Like they put all the stuff in it, and the broth is just, it looks really good.
All of that, yeah.
I've also wanted to always visit Japan, so yeah, Japan ramen.
Yeah, Craig, shout out to Craig and Marshall Hill, Unconvention King fam. Craig was stationed in Japan for 4 years, so he could, Craig loved the Japanese culture, always has, and he's had ramen and other stuff out there, so, anywhere else around the world?
Me?
Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue, okay, all right. What about around the world, JJ?
Let me go right into Ireland. I love burgers. I love potatoes. And if you haven't seen what Ireland looks like, when you see videos or pictures of Ireland, it looks like a painting. It looks almost unreal. And so what I know over there is that food is fresh.
And they love the
that
good
food is good. Food is hearty, and your body will need every nutrient it needs. I need to go over there to get. And the Irish love burgers, double cheeseburger, please. Thank you. They love potatoes. Mash it, bake it, French fries. It don't matter. Bring it over. Yeah. And they love. I don't drink beer.
Ireland is home of the drunk leprechaun.
It is.
It's their food, and I love that because I love Irish pub. I love that. And then I would want to go to.
Did you know? Did you know that hamburger is actually German?
It is German.
There's a place in Germany that's called Hamburg, and that's where the food gets its name from.
Yep. And the hot dog came from Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, the Frankfurter. So
yeah,
there you go. But now everything you're talking about, JJ, I had a layover in Ireland about 10 years ago, and everything you said is on point. I had an Irish beer there. I had a couple lagers actually, and Irish potatoes. I had it was like big cut potato wedges, Irish potatoes, and chicken, and it was awesome. It was amazing. And as I was landing, I was looking at the landscape, and I was like, God damn, it's good. When they tell you Ireland is green, they are not playing games. That's like the only color there, man. It's crazy, but it's beautiful. Very beautiful land.
It just looks like it just looks beautiful, Jay. It just looks so. It just almost looks like you don't want to leave. Like you're like, I just want to lay in the pasture and just take a picture of me. No, it's crazy.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I think that's it, y'all.
That's it?
Yeah, I think that's it, y'all. So we are out of here. All right. James, you want to take us out, man?
Good night, Lamine, Louisiana. Lafitte, Louisiana.
Stay tuned. The Gauntlet will come at you next week. Until then, peace, love, and Afro Sheen. Good night. No, I said Cowboys. I shot them already. Good night, Independence, Missouri. There we go.